explain low code for those on the call that might be new to low code technology, and what exactly is low code?
Yeah, so for sure, it's a low code. It's an enterprise platform. So it means fully integrated to the existing ERP and give you the ability to develop a quick application. Okay, so it means really you get, as we said, is we get an event. You need to answer to this new demand, and you need to develop quite quickly the new apps with a new transaction, sure, one or several transactions. So let's pick an example. Let's go step by step for an example. This is an example of a company making, the plastic films. So making a master roll of plastic film, and then they need to slit according to the customer demand. Okay, so they take a master roll as in a yellow on the screen, and they slit, and they of course need to optimize, okay, to make sure they don't have a lot of scrap in the slitting process. So this is what happened is what you do as a first step is first you go through the sales order entry. Okay, and you say, oh yes, but we don't have enough information on the sales order entry about the length, width, some characteristic asked by the customer. So what you do is you first start to develop a low code, no code, even it's no code here, is where you get you add a two new field in as an extension to the sales order entry, length and width. So automatically in the background, the system will create table and field in a system fully integrated in the ERP. Okay, so that's the first step. So you get on the extension, it's non-intrusive, so you don't modify at all the QAD sales order entry, so nothing, you just add an extension. And every time the operator will key a sales order, the system will ask him as a tab, a new tab, dimension, whatever the dimension asked by the customer, length and width. That's the first step. Okay, so that's the second step is, yes, but you need to calculate the optimization, okay, how to slit a master roll. So what you do is you will create a new app, fully new app, no code. It means you will tell the system, this is a field we'll need, okay, for the calculation. Then you will add some formula behind, like formula, like you get the formula in a spreadsheet, same process, okay? So if you know a spreadsheet, you can add the formula in the enterprise platform, and then you will do your calculation. So it means you will pick one master roll from the inventory, like that one. So it's a ALCO plan. It's coming from this side. It's coming from the standard inventory inventory system in the inventory functions. Then the system will display the length of the master rolls and the width. And according to the length and width, and according to the sales order requirements, the system will calculate what you need to slit and what is will be remaining. So up to you, this is a calculation done automatically. Okay, and then you can modify if necessary to say, yes, I need to optimize because I need to better optimize because I know that this customer will order the same thing in 2 weeks' time. So let's go for another, let's modify slightly the calculation. So after you have get your numbers, okay, to calculate what needs to be slitting out of the master rolls. So the third step is you have the ability to trigger a QAD transaction. This is a low code. We'll see why, because you can trigger and say, yes, after I've deciding what you need to, how you need to slit, and what about the length, etc. What the system is able to do is you will trigger automatically a production order. So the system will create a production order according to the slitting dimension, etc. So the operator at the shop floor will get all the instruction. Why I put here in low code? Because you will need some instruction in JavaScript to call the APIs, so the application interface, to call the production order. So this is a benefit of this low code, no code is you can retrieve information from the ERP, adaptive ERP. You can update any transaction in the system. And if you give, of course, the good information, the system will create the regular production orders. So at that time, you have created a brand new transaction, non-intrusive, because you extract data, you update standard transaction without modifying any standard transaction in the QED. So that's the benefits. And then this new app will show up as in the menu, okay, and say, yes, you have access to this new transaction to get the slitting optimization. And then when you press the button production order, the system will create the standard production orders, okay? So that's the way we create any new transaction, new app in the QED.